We ended up being, okay, so we did control. right, great. We finally reached the end of the weekend, and now this is where we get to present. So we've recent presentations from the 2015 Indy Galactic Space Jam. Woo! And no one has died, but we have 25 games made. So it's pretty impressive. You know, we surpassed last year's numbers. The quality of the games, I think, have even gotten better, and the ones that were silly are even sillier, which is great. So just so we can get started on these presentations, I just wanted to say thank you again for everybody, for everybody coming and spending your time this weekend working on the games. And I also want to thank all the sponsors that kind of had made this weekend also possible. Microsoft, the Melrose Center, this amazing facility, Space Florida, we have guests that come, Kennedy Space Center, Visitor Complex, Florida Space Coast, Best Western, We Are Go, Space Coast EDC, Red Bull. Some people drink some Red Bull. Fat Merchant, Indienomicon, Fight Media, That Which Is Media, Chronosapien, and IGDA Orlando. So before we get started, I actually wanted to pass the mic over to Dale Ketchum, our guest from Space Florida, just to give a few words.
Go Gators!
Thanks, we're going to be here for a
You
while.
could use the
I'm
mic,
take up
Dale.
much of your time.
You could use the mic.
We-
By the way, he's a judge, so help him out.
We're grateful for the opportunity to again participate in this. We were here last year. We're excited about this. This is a great opportunity to bring the kind of talent that the gaming industry in Orlando is growing and to help integrate it into the space business because we're space people. Our job is to grow the space business in Florida. What you guys are doing is going to help us see the landscape to make it more attractive, to bring industry here, to get more involved, and that's what we're about, is bringing industry here and more capital, more jobs, and more resources to help fund imagination and innovation. So we're grateful to be a part of this. What you guys are doing is a big part of it. You're not only helping business, you're helping make those businesses that are going to come here be more effective. That gets us to Mars sooner, which is, I've been a space guy my whole life. I grew up in Cocoa Beach in the 50s. Getting to Mars is what I want to see before I die. So what you guys are doing is good for business. It's good for Florida, but it's also helping to inspire the industry so we can get to Mars sooner, and what you guys are doing is good for humanity. So thank you very much.
Good for humanity. And let's get to Mars before Dale dies. So we're going to get started, but there's a few things that I want from every presenter. I want you guys to state the name of your game, quickly announce like everybody on the team. If you're doing a particular challenge, so if you're doing the Florida Space Coast Challenge, or if you're doing the Microsoft Connect Challenge, we want you to announce that, and then present what your game is. We're going to get started with Factor Space Program. After that, it's going to be Stellar Space, and then after that, Punch Robot. After that, we'll announce who's going to come up next on deck. And what?
Paperwork.
Oh, of course. And also, earlier in the day, we passed out paperwork to sign for the prizes. If you have not turned that in, look for me in that back corner, and be sure to turn that sheet in before you guys head out. So I'm going to pass it over to Factor Space Program.
Hey guys, we'll just take a second while we plug in. My name is Bob, or Banjo Bob as my friends call me, and this is Terrence, Leon, and Richard. We're representing the Rapid Prototyping Lab, Factor Labs downtown. be participating in the Connects Challenge. We're also trying to, Connects Challenge. We're going to do the Space Coast entry for the Space Coast Challenge, and we will be also using, well, we're implementing Microsoft Azure. Did we finish that? No. It's a great product, though. And we want to thank Microsoft, this Florida Space Florida, NASA, of course, and the event coordinators for doing such a great job. Anyway, like I said, my name's Bob. I'm a spaceaholic, and I have been since I was a little baby kid. Hi, Bob.
Not a regular kid.
I know almost everybody else here was here just trying to get a job with NASA, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Sign me up. I'll fly. So the guys and I have created a robot challenge, if you will. And I've got a couple of, got to turn that light. Rich, will you turn that light on? Thanks. So what we were trying to do was, or what we have done actually, is set up a gaming system with actual physical components, and we're trying to utilize the physical systems to have fun. So we're using a Unity interface with Connects to control our robots and have them cooperatively power each other with solar light. It's just like just recently there was a proposal by NIAC, National Institute of Aeronautical Concepts, is that what it is? And they came up with a system to land something reflective on the edge of the crater, a robotic system on the edge of the crater, to reflect the light into the crater where the rovers will be working and collecting. Do we get sound? Yeah. What's up? Oh. I can do this. Anyway, so yeah, okay. We got one guy up on the rim of the crater, reflecting light down into the rover in the middle of the into the middle of the crater to give it power, solar power, since it can't get any there. And the idea is to send the rover around searching for life, searching for fuel, and rocks to build structures with.
We're doing an old style 815.
It's called Windows 8.
Windows 95.
Aren't you guys glad we're first? We're going to catch all the glitches right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the idea is to have networked robots that you can play against each other. You can mix and match, build your own. It uses Raspberry Pis, Arduinos together. The price point on a single robot, the telescope robot, is about $200 to build it yourself. And if you're lucky enough to have a laser cutter and a 3D printer, that helps too. But you can build it out of a bucket, which I've done that before just to prove. And with any size telescope, any home telescope, the project that I put together, and I was like, oh well, let's adapt it to a gamified physical system. And any second. No?
We're going 8-bit.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Wow. It's Windows 10. That's right.
Windows 10.
Windows 10 is an awesome product. Yeah, what the heck? Tisk. So let me keep talking. I'll tell you some more about it. The idea was to make it multi-purpose, semi-autonomous, networkable group of cloud bots, on the cloud, using Microsoft Azure. There will be solar powered, and with the Unity control set, for trying to attain maximal operational awareness by putting as many cameras, studying it with cameras. The rover has a light meter on it, which is used for the gamification. So once you get a hot signal from the lamp onto the rover, it'll light up and give you points.
Are you picking up the infrared on the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing the heat indicator on it?
I have an infrared camera hooked up to the telescope, and I've got, the other two are just consumer Logitechs. Anyway, so we got Unity, Python, JavaScript, C, all dancing, playing together nicely for the purposes of this. If everything, we could just plug everything in. I can keep talking forever though. I've given this presentation for robot stuff before. Let me go down my list here. The modular physical systems. So you can we can play a game here with 2 light meters and try to hit each other's light meters without getting your light meter being hit. And then you can make cooperative, what I was just talking about, where you gain points and you can move the rover around more because it gained light into the battery. So that you could, that would actually represent what's going on in the real world. Or when I'm done hooking all the solar panels up to it, you can actually do that. Do what the NIAC project actually proposed, which is load your rover up with power using solar power, using solar radiation. Anyway, thanks for your patience, you guys.
So some projector-related problems here. Somebody's installed the 8-bit filter, and everything looks all pixelated out on the projector. So we've got a team of our 15 highest crack technical troubleshooters over here working on it.
Hey guys, so real quick, let's while we figure out the adapter situation, let's see if we can have Stellar Spin maybe come up, and I think if you can bring up your system, it might work better. So we can actually be able to go to Stellar Spin and then we'll come back to Factor Labs.
Set to the wrong business. Oh, they're using their.
Yeah, how does it sound?
Oh no, whose desktop is this? So apparently everything going into the projector is not working. We can't get any love out of the whatever laptop we've plugged in is not working. Also, I'll just videotape this light for you. Everybody just watch the light for a little while and enjoy the photography lighting thing.
It's like the advent, like I swear it was working before.
So the way that was supposed to go, they were going to do the first presentation, which is the robotics here. And I think the way it works, there's like a Connect up there, and you can use the Connect to like drive, I think that the robot on the top, which is supposed to reflect the light down to the rover on the bottom so that it can like move around. So I think that's the first thing. That's why I'm up here next to everything, because I was going to like zoom in on this. And there you go, this guy right here. here. I was going to zoom in and kind of watch that happening, then go back to the tripod for the rest of our presentations, but you know, everything's fluid here at Any Space Jam. We're kind of figuring out as we go. And I'm not reading chat right now. I wonder if I shouldn't pull chat out. But there's quite a few people here. I mean, I don't know, you know, I'm terrible at estimating groups of people. I'd say there are at least several people in the room. I'm gonna pretend they were laughing for me, but I don't think they were. So as we work through the technical, okay, now the projector screen has retracted. Okay, this is the physical equivalent of rebooting it, I think. The entire screen retracts into the ceiling and then unretracts. Did I take your chair? It's okay.
You want to check out our game?
Huh?
You want to check out our game?
With the, huh?
On the computer?
I don't. It's probably better if I do it from over there, but we can totally do that, like while they work on this stuff. Are y'all like ready to like, can like I roll over there and check it out? I'm not sure how the audio is going to be with all the background noise. I might not be able to get you, but and I've only got one hand to play. Like,
It's a 4-player game.
I'm kidding. Apparently what we're going to do while we wait for the technical issues, you can see we still have the pixelated filter on the the projector there. We're going to scoot over and see if we can't see the game. Let me see if I'm caught up on anything here. All right, no, check it out. No, y'all like get around and like. So which game was this again?
This is Astro Clash Cosmos Smash.
Astro Clash Cosmos Smash. So audio nominal over there. Yeah, pass that over that way. I've got my hands full. All right, good to go. So let me know if we need to like flip audio around or anything. Look at this. And it's what? It's up to 4 players, you said? So while we work on the projector, as it turns out, there's 25 people who have games here, and we can just run around and play games, which is not a bad situation. And I'm totally filming the laptop with the camcorder here. So this is the one where you go and you like grab the... Is it an Astro? What is it?
It's like soccer and hockey in a zero gravity environment.
Soccer, and the bumpers look different now, I see. Like yesterday you had different bumpers.
Yeah, we revamped the map to make it a little more appealing.
How do I know who's on what team? It kind of looks like it's 3-on-1 right now.
It's based off your arrow.
Oh, the color of the arrow. Nice, all right.
So the warm colors are the red team and the cool colors are the blue team.
And
Sweet.
The country of the team that we picked
Is the one
on
that...
the left and
Oh, I gotcha, nice. And so the cool thing is everybody's playing with Xbox controllers. So there's a bunch of people with Xbox controllers like around here playing the game. They're not even like wired in, they're all wireless.
No.
And they're all playing...
Yes, we invented wireless controllers.
You invented it, yes, for the jam in 48 hours. Oh no. Is it like where's the...
No. Blocked it. Somebody has to score a goal.
No. Yes. There we go.
Does it keep score? Where's the score at?
It's after
It'll show at the end.
At the end. So until then, you just don't know how many goals have been scored.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, keep the light. Sorry, Max.
No, you're good. Keep going. No. We got this.
It reminds me of air hockey, where on occasion, like half the goals are on accident.
One of the many inspirations.
Yeah, to call it just soccer, I don't think it's so accurate.
Yeah.
Soccer and hockey.
It's apparently...
Max is respawned.
Sorry.
I suck.
Wait, you get respawned?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you get stuck in kind of like when somebody bumps you, you just kind of be floating. So,
Oh, you can bump the other people around?
Yeah, the word that's...
yeah, it's all a zero-G environment, so you just kind of push.
And the players have no thrusters, they have to push off the wall.
Oh, okay.
Respawn.
So the surprise at the end, look, you can see our reflection. The surprise score at the end is a final score of 1-3, and I didn't, I saw the screen shake a couple times. I was like, those must be the goals. Well, sweet, this is how we deal with the technical difficulties. We go and play video games, much like my real job. So I made everything, what did y'all use to make it? Like,
We used Unity and Photoshop.
just Unity and Photoshop? Yep. And that's like all it took?
And work.
and work. Astro Class Cosmos Smash. So are all the games like uploaded at the end? Like can people download them to play, or how does that work? Like
There's an Indie Galactic Space Jam page on itch.io.
on itch.io. Is that something you think they'll give out, like, sort of deal? If people like,
I Googled it a couple times.
you can just Google it.
Indie Galactic 2015.
Is y'all's game already up there?
Yeah.
Are there any special like drivers or anything needed for the wireless controllers, or?
It's for PC.
No.
It's
for PC.
It's PC. Yeah, the bill okay. It's just for PC.
You need the adapter for the wireless controller.
Okay. Are there any like keyboard controls or anything?
No, it is a 4-player game.
It's a
but there's
4-player game?
Single player.
Okay. Can you play like with 2 players and like 2 dead astronauts like just sitting in spacesuits? Okay, they'll just float around and be like obstacles. Okay.
Shoot. Oh, yeah!
So I've got to say, I'm a little. Wait, I'm watching. I'm trying to see. When you throw the ball, does it shoot your astronaut backwards a little bit?
No, you're always up against the wall.
I think it does, no.
You can't shoot it in midair.
Right.
Okay, you have to be on the wall. All right, all right. I asked the tough scientific questions here.
Yeah, we went back and forth. We're like, where do we have to sacrifice?
Yeah, exactly. No. So you can't move, like when you just like skated across like that, you weren't actually moving.
So in your trajectory, you have to stand.
You just keep going. That's actually pretty sweet.
And touching the ball in midair.
Go do it.
Oh, okay.
Do it. Get in there. Just do it. Get in there.
So that the astronaut with the red helmet just respawned because he was like stuck in space, right? And that guy's stomping on his head now.
Get off of that. Yeah.
It's like a 3 or 4 second delay.
It's like a taunt. Apparently you've included taunts where you can stomp on other astronauts' faces.
Oh no. You respawn?
Wait, okay, so you're stuck, right? You're like stuck?
Yeah, you can get like magnetized together.
Like the astronauts stick together?
Yeah.
Nice. In the bumpers, it looks like the bumpers don't count as being like touching something. Like, can you shoot it if you're on the bumper? Okay, you can shoot it on the bumper. 3-2 that time. I still didn't see any goals. Oh no! And I said the intro art. So wait, there's the intro art. That's like the thing we were looking at yesterday, right?
Right.
Yeah. Don't want to press. It's a bit different.
Yeah. That's the thing we didn't let anybody see yesterday. Was the sweet intro art. Apparently there are people and an Arena 01 launching from Florida. Nice. Wait. Oh, that was from the sound library. Was that y'all?
I think maybe.
Where did that just come from? I just heard the liftoff like that. That was y'all. Okay. I was like, where's that sound coming from? For a second, I thought it was a Popsky song because he uses Popsky uses that sample in one of the songs. I was like, who's playing audio? How do you move in the beginning? Like, is it all the keys or like, wait, let me like zoom in on a controller here. Yeah. So it's like A to shoot and the little analog stick.
Oh, throw it in. Yep, that's
change
it.
direction.
Nice. So I can't really we need like 2 cameras now, like one on the controller and one on the other one.
Where's my teammate? I need to pass it.
Yeah, good luck.
Can you like if you're stuck in the space like can you throw it? Or you're stuck?
You can't throw in midair.
You're just stuck. All right.
But somebody can bump you into a wall and then you can...
And then you could do something nice. All right.
Come on. Are you kidding me? Respawn me. Don't toss it.
Does the ball respawn too or something? It looked like the ball disappeared for a second.
The ball just bounces around.
Wait.
The ball just bounces around.
Oh, but if you're holding the ball while you're floating, respawn with the ball.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Nice.
Science.
No, it's mine.
Science, you spawn with them. I mean, if you can respawn somewhere else, clearly the ball can go with you. It's not like you show up over there naked and then there's an empty astronaut suit, an empty spacesuit.
It's you. It's you. All right, they got
So if you're on a wall, you like press the stick in a certain direction to. Okay, that looks very strategic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just spinning around.
Oh, the ball's mine. The ball's mine.
That looks really strategic.
Oh, you gave it away.
Toss it in. Come on. Oh.
Got him.
No, don't let him get it.
Guys, I think I'm getting better at this.
We're just gonna sit here for 3 hours and just play your game. Like that's all we're going to do.
No! It's mine! No!
So wait, was that a score when it shook like that?
Yeah,
That's a score?
It's
All right.
a score.
Oh, man.
No! Get off me!
Yeah.
Oh, screw you guys. No, I just passed.
Was somebody stomping on somebody again?
Yeah, they're blocking me.
Get in there.
Oh!
And again.
Oh, was like some sort of sniper shot deal. Is it just time-based, or is it like first to 5 or something too?
It's time-based.
Nice, it's just time-based? Or not just time-based, I guess time-based. Sweet, well, everybody, thank you. I'm gonna see if I can get up without killing myself. Everybody, guys, thank you for letting us watch you play your game. I guess I didn't get to play, but I felt like I got to play. It looks like the projector is nominal again, so I'm gonna go back and we'll see if we can get back over. And again, that was, what was it? Astro Smash Cosmic Blast Cat, there was a clash in there or something? All right, good deal. Thank you guys. And if anybody in chat over there, if anybody in chat got the link to the, what was it, itch.io, if that was the thing that anybody was able to get, feel free to post that up. I'm not sure that it's like the final versions of the game or anything like that, but you know, as we get links, we'll just post them up there, and there's about to be some official sort of release things. But it's the same thing that we're doing here. We are still continuing to hang out at Indie Galactic Space Jam in Orlando, and they got 25 games. I think the number was 25 games that they finished and are going to be in like a playable state, and we're patiently waiting for the technical difficulties with the presentation system to be worked out. So apparently you spend your weekend making 25 games and no one remembers how to hook up the projector, I think is how it works. But that's all good, we're just like chilling out. I almost wonder if I should walk around. It looks like the projector is actually good now because it's no longer 8-bit mode, so it's got that going for it, which is nice. And I will just continue to hang out over here as we wait for the games to be ready. And I'm not reading chat. Again, guys, I'm not reading chat. I was just going to focus. We were just supposed to be up here for like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Our team has a printed out version of the game.
Could you, where y'all at?
We're off in the corner over there, but I can have them because they're playtesting over there.
In the corner,
Yeah.
like back that way?
Where their red shirts are, right over there.
Okay. Let me see.
Just to give you a heads up if you wanted to.
I'm wondering if they're almost really close to getting this ready, and if not, then I'll come over that way.
I'll be over there.
Nice, thanks, man. Good deal. So the coolest thing about this is I'm just standing here and people are coming up and being like, hey, come play our game. And I'm like, I should go play that game. So I am going to chill out. It looks like the projector looks good. And we'll probably get going here in just a second. And if not, if it looks like it's going to be any more of a delay, I'll hop over and we'll go check out the printed out version of, I believe that would be the board game that is being played in the background over here. So, anywho, that's the thing. I should really go get the phone so I can at least read chat, because I have no clue what's happening. Like Lightning Avenger over here is making fun of me, and I keep trying to see if everything's nominal or not, and he's shaking his head at me. Okay, that was a thumbs up, so I assume that's a good thing, so. Anyways, again, I wanted to come over, and the plan was to first check out these robots for the first presentation, then go back to the back so we can watch the rest of the presentations up on the screen and get links to download the games and all that sort of stuff. So, we continue. Hey, it's blue anymore. Maybe that was the final issue they were fixing. Yes, I hear applause. Wait, okay, now it's off. No, it's back on again. Oh, no.
You're a wizard.
Yeah, it's easy. Run max. No, this will run max. I run.
I love all the controllers. Like, so many of the games like have controllers plugged in. It seems like a lot of the people are not just like going for the mouse and keyboard sort of thing. Like, a lot of the games have controllers, like either the wireless ones, like Astro Galactic Space Bash. Man, I'm never gonna remember the name of that game. They need business cards so that I could hold it up and be like, hey, all right, that's the name of this. What was it? I'm not even gonna know when you guys like say the correct name of it. It was Astro Galactic Space Bash. That can't be right. There was a clash in there, I think. Lightning Avenger, do you remember what that was? Oh no.
Because that's what they taught me in school, and then I started realizing that there's so
Yes,
many better things.
I am in fact talking to the other guy with the headset on over there.
Yeah, the wonder seems really cool. Like, see, the guys here uses all these
Oh wait, okay, wait. Time out. We're plugging some stuff in. This looks good. As it turns out, if you stay up for 48 hours programming games, you're super organized at the end of that. but we are plugging more stuff in over here, which is cool. And somebody took my chair. Oh well, I'll sit in this one. I think I may actually go over there and ask. This is the time where you need like a producer who would go ask how close they are. Oh, are they plugged into the floor? I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. And then someone would just relay it to the guy with the camera so he would know what to do, but I'm the only guy. I see lots of activity. Wait, okay, we're moving robots around now. It's actually really cool. Like that woodcut sort of base on that thing is really cool. Like I just noticed how detailed that was. I don't know if that's cut out or... I don't ask him. I want to give him like time to present. Is it, what's the base made out of? Like how'd you make the base? We were just
I made the base with a laser cutter.
With a laser cutter?
Yeah, it's made with laser cuts, 3D prints.
Nice.
There was a similar system a guy came out with in Britain where they uses your cell phones as a camera.
Really?
But this uses Raspberry Pi, Raspicam.
Okay.
And just a couple of other Logitechs.
Sweet.
And so
while we're
soon we'll have DSLR hooked up to it. So
really?
Yeah. And
like a much higher sort of.
Yeah, we're working through the like there's a library in C++ that we're working with.
Right.
Actually, I think it's C#. And then we're we're implementing DSLR on the next version, which will have to be much bigger because.
Right.
Yeah, because it's heavy. It is a heavy camera. So,
I gotcha.
But these cameras are so light, and I made this mini version.
Right.
For.
All right, I think we're getting going. Nice. Good deal. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're just like hanging out. So let me get back over this way and get stellar spin. What?
All right, some way, somehow we got it working. Got a backup projector and a backup speaker, and we're gonna get going with stellar spin.
This is a whole other projector. This is how we solve the problem. We solve practical problems. Like you can sit in this chair while you demo your game now, apparently.
So this is stellar spin.
I don't know, if I'm without the mic I may not be able to hear him. We're gonna have to figure it out.
This game that he's the programmer, he's the artist, and I'm the audio. And it's Brandon, he's Alex, he's Emma. And yeah, it's a simple game. It's basically just jump from mic doesn't work from back to back and just try to survive.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna come over this way so I can get the like front of it here.
Yeah, the Android version is coming soon.
Yeah, he's like.
And hopefully I'm getting close enough to him that you can hear him.
Yeah, like you stick to the rock, and basically you have to try to like press spacebar at the right time to shoot it off in the right direction.
And you get more points the farther away the rocks are, so it's like incentivizes risk taking.
Oh!
That is if you're good enough. And that's pretty much it.
That's sweet. That's stellar spin, guys.
Now I have to run. So
you're like out. All right. Literally, he's going to run away. Nice. He's out. He's like, you're still plugged in somewhere, I think. So.
I think I'm fine.
All right, I'm gonna back on out here, guys. Okay, that was sweet.
Okay.
So I got back out of the way. I have no clue how this is gonna work. Like. So we've lost the microphone up here. Apparently you can't use the mic, or maybe somebody can use the mic, but they're not the person who can actually be running the computer. I really don't know what's going on, but we're about to find out. Oh, nice. So the judges, the people from the different various sponsors giving out the special prizes have commandeered the front row. So they can actually see, I think, what's going on with these robots. And I'll be over here on the side. And then we'll have to see if when I go back, if I can actually broadcast from over there. I don't know if we'll be able to see this or not, but we'll figure it out. We're just doing it fast and loose on the bounce sort of deal, so. So I see the Connect over there. And I think what's going to happen here is you have to use the Kinect to control one of the robots that's supposed to bounce light to the other robot or something along those lines. I should just stop speculating and shut my mouth and just watch. But I do see the other robot.
As we get started with the next team, I just want to make sure that we get a chance to thank our judges for taking the time to come and be with us. Just one by one, I'm going to have them stand up and announce themselves.
Good evening, everyone. Kevin Williams, Space Florida.
Space Florida.
Space Florida.
Also Space Florida.
Space Florida. Thanks.
A strong rep from Space Florida.
Yeah, I'll get to Space Florida. I hope we get through the night before I die.
Earlier, I think he wanted to go to Mars before he died.
Bobby Block, if he votes wrong, he will die. I'm with Hurricane Communications. I worked with Tammy, and I'm here representing We Are Go, which is trying to get people around the country to come to Florida and see a space launch.
Oh, that's sweet.
So we're working on the TDC side.
That's actually cool. Like space launch tourism. How cool is that?
I'm Joe Healy. I'm a Microsoft technology evangelist. As people figured out when they needed Visual Studio and things like that. Basically, been hanging out in Dynamicon for quite a number of years and just trying to help out the community here. So.
Did I miss anybody? It's okay. Get back over here again. So we can, Oh, hey.
So there was an overlay of sound here that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, there, wait.
Lift off. That was it.
4:45 p.m. from the Kennedy Space Center in beautiful Cape Canaveral, Florida. 1 minute till orbital insertion. Main stage separation. Keyhole required. Keyhole attached. Main air braking maneuver in 5, 4, 3, 2. Lander insertion point acquired. Go for error. Main nav computer has rebooted into safe mode. Oh no! Switching to manual piloting.
Or connects piloting.
He's using the... It's a lunar lander powered by the Kinect.
Basically what's going on here is this Unity interface is controlling both of these robots. So when you'd like to say, move up on the y-axis, it's going to move up, it's going to refresh the image, and then the goal of the project is to get the light to bounce from the telescope to the actual secondary rover, and when you would like to switch to the secondary rover on the same network, it's going to do that. Let's go. So the control set to the right controls the telescope, the control set to the left controls the rover.
we're looking at the carpet, lovely carpeting job there. And if you, the slider on the bottom is actually the step size of the milliseconds, motor milliseconds on the servos that are running the reflector scope.
Yes.
I think that it's difficult to run and connect with a bunch of people behind you.
No, it's actually set to one user, so as long as you calibrate with the T-pose, it's actually pretty good. But it is not actually the ideal position in which we set up originally, which is fine. But I think you guys get the general idea, and if you actually see where we can see here, it's...
Is it, do you have a lack of functionality on the motors there?
Oh, lack of functionality on the motors? No.
Show me the motor functionality. We're going to get these guys to twitch and move around a little bit.
If you and the Connect move back about 4 feet, it'll probably come up.
All right, got it.
So the left here, we got the light meter.
Also put some light on you. No, background, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll work better if you turn the lights on. There you go.
All right, here we go.
Thus defeating the purpose of the light meter. But
well, yeah.
Is it not acquiring you now?
Yeah,
Let's get a
fine.
restart on that.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, yeah, show.
Is it also
So,
pointing, I think it's sitting on the back of the chair and it's sort of angled upwards.
ah, true.
That's what. Yeah, there
We're
we
going to
go.
work out all the bugs for everyone else right now.
Hey, that thing just twitched.
Okay, so can we get the rover to go forward?
Yeah. Come on.
There we go.
All right. Forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Wrong.
Oh, you have to switch to rover? Oh, no, you're on rover. There you go. Is it plugged in?
Oh,
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, forward?
Forward.
It's definitely leaning back a lot.
This is how Pacific Rim got started.
Pacific Rim.
Okay. Yeah, and try moving the scope just so they can, I mean, move it around a little for them and then.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffering in the cloud.
It is.
It's-
We're simulating the distance it takes to travel.
So, yeah, I mean,
You can wire any sensor.
It does have a Logitech webcam right there on it. Bam. You can see the Logitech webcam.
You can get a handful of cameras running at a time, and can you switch over to the.
Every time he says Twitch, I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, we are? Yep. Okay, there's the gimbal right there. Now we can angle the light with the gimbal the best we can towards the light meter on the rover.
I can't quite get the Connect guy over here. This is the guy controlling it right here. With the Connect that's sitting on the chair right there. There's the Connect.
Yeah, so you see it's twitching over here. I got it set up to up, down, left, right, focus in and out on a Python
Oh, there you go.
API. And
over here is all your debugging, all that good info of what's going on.
you got a serial input at the bottom you can run. And we can connect SSH right through the Unity environment. So you can just talk directly to your boards that you're using on the robots.
Also, one thing, you want to show the light part?
The light part? Oh, yeah. Yeah? Oh.
No, you gotta do that.
Okay, go ahead. Hey, you gotta do it on the computer, right? Okay. Here, you wanna, what light part? There we go. So we just want to show you that we can run the light meter and affect the light meter. This is the alternate interface. That's just basically PHP. So, light, asking for it. Light on 99 here, okay, so like block it off, there you go. Try it again, 61, see? Anyway, we're going to gamify that aspect of it so that you can only move the rover if it's got light, or if it's saved up some light, and therefore replicating the system of cooperative robots, as well as a number of other applications. But anyway, thanks you guys.
Cool. That's pretty cool. So again, they're trying to bounce the light out of there, off that robot down to there, using the Kinect as the controller. And he was over. I couldn't get everything in at once from this angle, but I'm gonna see if I can't. I don't think I'm gonna be able to be up here for 4 hours. So I think I'm gonna go back and see if I can't get back at the little broadcast station we've got in the back and get the presenters from there. Because see, they're having to control projector, the auxiliary backup projector, which is installed right here, with the laptop that's on the floor right here, that has a PA system or like a speaker right there. So all of these things. Oh, now we're installing a table. We're moving up in the world. All right, so I think I'm going to try to go back over to the.
Okay, so so last year I had like 4 hours and I hadn't made a game because I was helping other teams out with sound. So I made a little thing about punching a robot, and then so everyone thought it was pretty funny, I guess. And so I passed the mantle on to another team who have made, I guess, the prequel.
The prequel.
It's 1.5, but it's the prequel.
We'll get sound back in a second, guys.
But anyway, so they're in that setup. But I did the only thing I did was the voice, because that's the thing that carries over. But this is a highly scientific game that I thought of smart science in it. So yeah, it's gonna bring a lot of people to Florida for space, probably. What's the name of the team? Team Punch Robot, I guess. Maybe that should happen. Here, game first or talking? Okay, so what's your name and what did you do?
I'm Christopher Ross. I did some of the programming on the project. I'm Jerry Rose and I did the art.
I'm Jay Dolan and I just put auto-tune on a voice. How do you right click?
So you punch over, then he sings.
Maybe, can you press it right?
So in the same way like a VCR, you can hit it to try and get it to work like with the bonds. When you hit it, he tries to do something on the spaceship, and you see how that goes. Right now, making a sandwich.
I know what it sounds like when you make a sandwich.
Oh, wow. Yeah, microwave it.
Hey, that's what it sounds like. We looked up space microwaves. Very highly accurate.
It might be something good this time. We don't know. Maybe he's helping.
I think that's what should happen. Like every year, there should be a bunch of it.
Next up is going to be Colony Corral. After Colony Corral, we're going to send up Social Space and Space Inc. So Colony Corral, then we're going to have Social Space, and then Space Inc.
Space Inc.
Alright, so while we're getting set up real fast, our team name is Does It Taste Like Jam? And this is, we're going to present our game, which is called Colony Corral. So my name is Lisa. I did lots of gameplay programming. This is Amanda, who did a lot of the art, and Victor, who also did a lot of the art. And we also had help on art from Emma. I don't know where she went, but she was in the first group. That's Emma. Yeah, Emma helped with the art too, who did our splash screen. You can come up here if you want. I don't know. And that's George. George also helped with the programming and did most of the game design integration stuff. So, like I said, our game's called Cosmic Corral. The idea is that we have the settlement, New Florida. It's Space Florida. And everyone had to leave suddenly. Unfortunately, couldn't get the animals out. So we have to guide the native Florida wildlife to the escape pods to get back to Earth. Okay, so yeah, this is a Colony Corral. You can press the space bar to start. Victor did the music here. So the idea is we have bait for each of the animals. So our animals that we're trying to guide to these escape pods are gators. There's a gator, a possum, and a flamingo. So we've got different kinds of bait that you use to guide the animals over to the escape pods. We've got shrimp for the flamingos, chicken for the gators, and trash bananas for the possum. Right now, any of the bait will work with any of the animals, but the idea is that you could have specific baits for each animal to make things a little more complicated. So yeah, this being just 48 hours, we don't exactly have everything working smoothly, but you might want to reset though.
Does the gator eat the flamingo?
It doesn't. It could. Realistically, it probably would. There's a lot of opportunities for good dynamics with the animals fighting with each other and things. We don't know that yet. But there's also the goo monsters. There are hazards in the field that the animals don't want to run into. Basically, if you get all of your animals to the escape pods, you win. If 3 of your animals die, then you lose. Yeah, so you're gonna point out you can point at yes, the gobbler. The gobbler is what he is. So you hit that little gray clouds too many times, then you lose. We don't know why the possum freaks out more than the other animals, but the possum's moving. Can you kill it? I guess that actually should be a loss condition too. But... Okay, we'll try it one more time, and then if it doesn't, it's the end. That'll be it. Okay, so what's happening now is the possum's being led to one of these hazards that back to the respawn point, and that happens enough times to get the game. So we'll just, what happens when you get all the images? Then you save space, Florida. Yeah, that's actually how it happens. There's a black screen that says you saved space, Florida.
Do you guys have a shot of that?
We don't have a screenshot. You could probably pull it out of the Dropbox. Alright. I think that's yeah, that's it. For some reason.
It's my fault.
So, hi everyone, I'm Murph.
Hello. So this is Social Space, and as you can see, it's more of a narrative game. We just got some tweets from one of our significant others just before we blast off from Florida to Jupiter. And this game is about the narrative of what the internet would be like if it was across space. And as you know, the internet only works at the speed of light if it's at the absolute best. And so, like, if you're going out to say, like, Pluto, and your friend's out there, and he's sending you a tweet, that's like there's like a 13-hour delay. So that makes communication hard. So this is kind of like a Twitter simulator, so you can kind of, oh yeah, this music is by Christine Wright. It's fantastic. So you can so you can tweet at people back home, and then you can, like, the next day or so far back, you see what happens because, oh, I tweeted this person and I didn't tweet this person, and then the music goes. It's great. No, the music. I wish the music was announced. That'd be amazing. But, and then so I'm just gonna. And then you get more tweets. We see the guy who lives on the space station is complaining about lunch, so not much has changed about social media. That's just the avatar. That used to be your significant other back on Earth. So, let's see. We'll speed run the game because there's a whole. So then we get like kind of the resolution at the end. So there's a good ending if you do it right. And then just how you didn't spend enough time. You didn't tweet Bruno enough on Mars. Fred didn't get his sweet mustache. Oh man, some dead friend. You didn't bond with the people on the crew. You didn't tweet on the crew. Oh, but if you go, there's a good ending, and I just showed you the bad. So you have to go on to the website and play to get the good ending.
I'll happily talk to you about it if you want.
Hi there, everybody. While we get our game set up, I'm very excited to introduce a terrific team out here today. We had a ton of people help out, and for that we're very grateful. I'm Joseph. This is Erica. You'll hear more from Cameron later on, but we wanted to introduce the rest of our team. So we'll have them come up one at a time, introduce themselves, and tell us what they did on the game.
We're Team Warped. I'm Logan. I did programming on a couple scenes that didn't make it in. I also did a couple of sound effects.
Hello, I'm Pablo. I was assistant producer, and I did some of the few 2D assets that this game has, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Tom. I did a few of the models for the characters, and I did all the animations.
Hi, I'm Yasmin. I did some more 2D assets.
Hi, I'm Tevin, and I helped with some of the scripting.
I'm Zach. I scripted and I made a few sounds.
Chris Oxley, worked with those guys and all the scripting that went on.
I'm Kat, and I did some of the vocals on the album. I'm Ava, and I did some of the models.
I'm Jim Enziello. I did modeling and some special effects.
I'm Becca, and I did 3D modeling of the assets.
I'm Tony, and I did some of the terrain textures that were used in this game.
I'm Josh. I did sounds and music.
I'm RJ. I did sounds.
I'm Sean. I did the player ship and an enemy ship.
I'm Cameron, and I got buried under all the assets they gave me.
I'm Peter. I wasn't on this team. I just wanted to be part of it.
Hi, I'm Kunal Patel. I had nothing to do with this team, but this is amazing. It's the largest team I've ever seen. I think I brought them some like astronaut ice cream ones.
Yes, we're Team Warped, and we're very excited to be competing for the Space Florida Grand Prize. And now I'll have Erica give you a quick background on our game while we get it set up here.
So basically, I might get interrupted here by a bunch of noise. Basically, the gist of the game is you play an alien scout and you have been sold a faulty warp drive by a dodgy alien salesman. And your ship is jumping to random points in space and time. We incorporated sort of a random, yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know. You'll see.
You are a weird alien scout. Of kind Nixic is not in familiarity, but more important, you are a lovely customer of Nixic Barking Galaxy. You have recently purchased new warp drive for spaceship at the low price. And additionally, you have purchased...
Thank you for being
Just
patient.
special Nixic translation device to know all the alien words. The breakages, the accident, and the sudden death are the fault of the customer, not Nixic. By purchase of item, customer accepts the responsibility of unintentionally happenings. No refunds.
So you start out in space, and you get to warp around, and so every time you warp, it loads a random level, and you get kind of a random countdown, although it's an alien script, so you have no idea what's going on. But you do get a bar, so that's fine. So you got some enemy ships that are flying around here that you can avoid, but just for sanity's sake, let's go ahead and show the planets you can kind of land on. So you'll know what that sound is later. Anyways, so this is really dark, so let me... Yeah, get the lights. Lights! There, cool. It's still kind of dark. Yeah, let me get my display settings and customize sharing. No, that's I know. I have never used Windows 10 before. I just realized. Brightness level. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, come on. Yeah, okay. Okay, anyway, so this is what we're calling the WAP world. So you can run around, you have a gun, you fire. No! So the gun is actually programmed to run off your laptop battery. So we have creatures here. Get rid of them. No! Stay away! Ah. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and pick up one of these fruit because it's important, and you're supposed to know that it's important. Are we? Do I have one yet? No. No, I want the fruit. Stop pushing me off the fruit. Thank you. I got fruit on my belt. I can get away from him now. So I hope I make this in time because you have to be on your ship when you warp, otherwise you get left behind and you lose the game. So this is a WAP, and we can feed it the fruit, and it follows you. So now we have the WAP following us, and that's important later on as well. So we wanted to make planets that were kind of like you could just kind of go and explore, and there's like a lot more of this level, but we're just gonna go with what we got here. And we're gonna get stuck. That guy's like pushing me. That's the biggest danger of those guys, is that they don't kill you, they just push you off of the terrain. So we're gonna run back to our ship, and so we can warp again, because if we warp from here, like, the ship will leave us and we'll die. Yeah, I know, I don't think I've ever lost before, but that would be interesting if I did here. So you can go back to your ship, and I think this will take us, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and warp again. Where is it going to take us now? Oh, okay, asteroid field level. Okay, so sometimes they won't even give you a planet, they'll just give you like random space events. So this is one with like enemy ships firing, and you've got asteroids that run into you. I think the enemy ships actually like run you down, but for sanity's sake, I put a manual warp in here so we don't have to wait for the timer to go. Yeah, we do need a mic stand. You're the mic stand, so don't want to warp here. So the random element of this is kind of tough to predict because you sometimes warp to the same area that you were just in. I want to be able to use the WAP. There we go. Okay, so this is another planet we put in. And you can just crash right into it. That's how you land. So you see, I still have the WAP with me, and there's a particular reason like I picked up the WAP because there's somebody on this planet who might really want the WAP. And it just randomly squeaks at you as you run away from it. So, okay, here. This is an alien colony that's been set up, and they're very hopeful that their colony will survive. But since you're jumping through time and space, you get to see this colony like way in the future. And we've got different endings in the game, so depending on how you interact with this character, you get different endings. So, what's he say?
These splendid creatures, look at them. So gracious, so forcible. It can have hostile native life here on New Planet. These beasts want to defend, help ourselves, if I can domesticate them.
So I'm gonna give him, yeah, I'm gonna give him
Oh yes, this is perfection. Just thing I look for. Thank you, friendly.
I gave him my WAP. And so he fed the WAP to his creatures. Hopefully that works out for him, but let's just go ahead and get back to our ship and warp somewhere else because... So that is like a crux of decisions. So you can either give him the WAP, you can give him the WAP and he feeds it to his creatures, you can kill his creatures, or you can just kind of leave him alone, or you can kill his creatures and then give him the WAP. So I think we went ahead and just killed the WAP there because I'm not sure if the other one.
Basically, if you give him the WAP and kill the creatures, they end up overrunning the colony. So that's kind of that was a fun level to make. We just have a field full of those creatures.
So, I think this will take me to the final level, because the hardest part of this game was that you had kind of this random element, and if you play it, you could jump to the colony first, and then jump to the final level, and then be done. So you actually don't see most of the game that way. The WAP is still somewhere. Okay, so this is one of the endings we got, and it looks like everyone's dead. Yeah. So the whole colony has failed, and it looks like those creatures he was trying to domesticate didn't work out so well. And there's lots of them around now. Just clear the colony. No! No! Okay, leave it to them. They can have the colony. I'm pretty sure some of them have like 3,000 health, and you just can't destroy them, and they just push you off the map. So, I don't know which ones of those are. So I think this will take us to the ending now. Okay, so I think that's it for the levels we have. We have like a nice like little ending ring, but I can't, it won't go. Maybe if I warp one last time. Because maybe it works. I think it only calls the ending if you're done with all the levels, and I cheated. Yep. Okay, so that's our game. Warp. Woo!
All right, next we have Space Inc. coming up. Right after that, we have Puppies in Space. And then after that, we'll have Space Dock Florida Tetris. So next up, Puppies in Space, and then Space Dock Florida Tetris.
What? What?
Inc. INC. Corporate. Space Inc.
Everybody, welcome to Space Inc., a
space-paced deck-building card game.
Thank you. My name is John. I like cats. I'm one of the designers and playtesters.
I'm Jess Brummer. I'm a game designer and producer.
Idra Wallach, designer. I'm Emma. I'm an artist.
And we've got the rest of our team over here playing our game because they worked so hard they didn't get as much chance to play test as we did. So they're excited to play while we're going ahead and just moving on with our inspiration to what made us talk about and create this game.
So this is a deck building game, and some of the things that that inspired us to make this game were other deck building games such as Dominion and Ascension. Essentially, you acquire a card and build up a deck to complete a goal. We actually spent Saturday morning playing a deck building game to get some ideas.
Research.
Research. Ah, yes.
Purely research.
So, goal of the game is to build up a team of scientists, engineers, and other collaborators, find funding, and develop technological innovations. And each player has a different goal. Each player has a different set of
Each player has a different goal that they'll be able to eventually, through building innovations, buying innovations, be the first corporation, the first player, to build their scientific, space-changing technology. Such things as warp drive, or faster-than-light travel, or a Dyson sphere, or something along that line. Your corporations represent who you are as a player, and they're all based around unique and funny animal companies like Boa Ing and Sting Raytheon and Mitsubishi and Space Rex, which is a little hard to see, I can tell. And then there's Urchin Galactic. And there's a couple others as well. Some companies may be based in Florida. And here we have our lovely game board, which if you download and play the game, you'll be able to create and play upon yourself, and our rules will explain exactly what all of this gobbledygook up here actually means. But ultimately, there's 3 different types of cards, or there's 3 to 5 different types of cards that you're playing with, and you're playing off the game board against 1 to 2 other players, so for a total of 4 people at most. And we had several different challenges designing this game. Primarily, we had to keep in mind, it's Game Jam. We've only got 48 hours. We have to keep things in scope. We had to break things down into simple different pieces. We had to figure out, okay, what was it about the research games that we really liked playing, and what did we not like playing? We kept what we liked, we tossed what we didn't. And we had a whole lot of different things that we went through, and this is the fun part. This is where we were actually play testing and trying out the game, and this is a quick time lapse of us going through, and you get to see my lovely albino arms. But yeah, this is us playing with the game and using a different game to prototype it, using sticky notes, and we had a blast. So what's next?
Well, we actually got the ability to design out and print and make the card game that you might see in front of you. We have members of our team playing it right now. One of the things we didn't get to accomplish so much was including other educational values into this, like referencing real-life events, real-life people, or inventions, which we would like to incorporate. Sorry, Seal Armstrong, you didn't make it to the game. All right.
So that's basically the game. We're still looking forward to incorporating and expanding upon it, and it's a lot of fun. And if you're interested, well, online, just like you can download and play the other games in the Game Jam, you can download your own deck and cut it out and play it yourself, and download the rules and enjoy playing Space Inc. Oh, and thank you very much to Das Valdez and his awesome Twitter audience, Twitch audience. We used several of your ideas for some of our names, so thank you guys. It was fun talking with you.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're Lazy Gator Studios. We're an indie company here in Orlando. We all graduated from UCF together, so that's how we know each other and how we formed. So go Dev Knights. We are presenting Puppies in Space. It's a casual, you can open it up, Adam. Right, it's pretty much tennis sports.
Get up, it's time to slam now.
We thought it was appropriate.
Jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the space.
We don't have the rights, but you know. So as you can see, it's just a tennis arcade game where puppies float around and you try to score them in the other goal. And you control the one-eyed alien kitties, and pretty much our approach to making this game is we thought of just anything that shouldn't be in space and we put it there. So we have mini mooses that explode, pizza slices that get you more points, and donuts that create black holes. So as you can see, if you shoot a donut, the black hole will generate and everything will get sucked up into it, and then everything will explode outward, hopefully getting you some extra points. And we pretty much came up with the idea because we were actually doing another jam recently, and we were playing with gravity in that game, and we were having some issues with the gravity, and we actually had dogs in that one as well. Just for playing around, and so for this game jam we were like, this is perfect. We can now do Puppies in Space, and so yeah, it's a close game. Erica, she is our 2D and UI designer, as well as game designer. I was a game designer as well on this with 3D artists and animations, and then Adam was our lead programmer on this. Absolutely, absolutely. And so Erica is player 1 and Adam is player 2, and it looks like a pretty close game right now. Erica is claiming that Adam is cheating, but I don't see any foul play. But yeah, this game was really fun to play, and we try to keep it as casual as possible, and yeah, it was just a really fun game jam. All the hosts have been very helpful, and whenever we needed anything, they provided us for. So thank you for hosting us. And yes, you have a question? Currently, it is only multiplayer. That's why we kind of did multiplayer, because we felt like it was a lot of fun for more people to play than just one person. And plus with AI, it would probably take up more of our time. So that's why we kept it multiplayer. So yeah, we currently don't have a Mac build on the itch, but we are getting to that. But Windows, you're good to go. So feel free to download and play it, and let us know what you think. Adam wins. Thank you.
That's so appropriate. It is time to stand up and get up now. We're going to take a quick 5-minute bathroom break, but then right after that, we're going to have the emergency team and so they can get set up with the Connect. So while we take our break, get set up with the Connect, and then right after that, we'll go with the 2 Connect teams. They're still remaining. That'll be afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, just a quick reorder.
All right, mic check. Yeah, I'm here. Excellent. All right, so here's the deal, guys. Here is the deal. They're not quite set back up yet. Hey, I hear myself echoing. Oh, that's a little weird. Let's turn that all the way down then. There we go. Now I'm not gonna echo back in. The stream is running somewhere on this computer, isn't it? It is, but it's muted there. That's not a problem. Anyways, whatever. All right, cool. So, guys, I haven't been on the stream yet much at all. I was kind of running around with the camera and that sort of stuff. Finally, gosh, nobody wants to watch unless DOS is on, huh? That's actually ridiculous. I was like having fun doing this. Can't I ever do like a fun thing for me sort of deal? So anyways, guys, we're still at the Indie Galactic Space Jam. They're like doing the game presentations right now. Am I in the middle? Yeah, I'm fine. Such professional lighting again. The overhead fluorescence is the professional lighting we've got involved. But we're still setting back here. They're setting up the next presentation. We had some technical difficulties earlier. No big deal. Like, we got through it. It's like we just hacked stuff together this weekend, and we continue to hack things together for the presentation. I mean, making games in 48 hours is pretty awesome. I'm not going to give them a lot of beef if the projector doesn't work. And I love their solution, which was get a new projector and put it on a chair. So anyways, we're just waiting till they get back over here. And there's like an entire team of people up there kind of like looking to see if they can get this up. I don't know the name of the next team, but I know that it's like a Connect thing. Guy who likes cats just totally didn't even recognize which way the camera was pointing. He walked on the other side of the camera, like ducking like he was going underneath it, and the camera's pointing this way. I should turn it around and like point at him just because. So anyways, guys, that's what's going on. We're just hanging out here. The links to play the games. So if you look in the mission command for the channel, let me get it here. In the mission command for the channel, there's actually a link to most of the games. And I'm not sure, your mileage is going to vary because these are like fresh out of the compilers, I guess. I don't know. They're fresh out of the hands of the people that made them. So some of the games may not be all the way uploaded yet, or may not be the final version. Again, it's a Space Jam where it's like you throw games together in like 48 hours. It's not like Class A Studios spending $80 bazillion doing this. It's awesome people doing it in like a weekend. So the link right there, you can download the games if you want to check it out. Scroll down, you can see everything. There's all sorts of... Seriously, cat guy, wait. Why can't he hear me? He doesn't even have a headset on. He keeps ducking under the camera. Wait, are they playing the game? Oh, they're totally playing the game over there right now. That's what's going on. He ducked underneath the camera again when there wasn't even a... All right. He ducked underneath the camera when it was pointing the complete opposite way. So I was trying to call him out, and he ignored me. If I had a nickel. Anyways, let me see. Any questions, guys, about what's going on? I'm reading the chat down here. I'm actually on the monitor now, and I can see what the deal is. You had a 9,000 experience battle in your Iowa. Congratulations, Profiler. That's a lot. Is that a Space Jam? Okay, there's a Space Jam command as well. So there's the Space Jam website. If you're wondering what's going on, there you can check out the Space Jam website. There were lots of other things in there. There's the itch.io. I think they may be turning the microphone back on over here. Let's see what's going on. It's like we know about what's going on when it happens in the real world, and then we're like, oh, it must be time to turn the camera around. Any questions? Any questions? You can buy the t-shirts. I know the t-shirts were there for purchase. Now, you can't get a red one, right? You could buy one of the blue ones, but I just stepped on my cable. The red one is actually, for super important people who have cameras and stuff. What else? Let's see here. Am I cool? I mean, the air conditioning's working. Now, if you go outside, it's actually a little bit... Seriously. Show my hair. No, I'm not going to show you my hair. Did we miss anything else? Just walk right up to him with the camera and see if he ducks under it then. I'm going to, like, walk up to him and hit him in the head with the camera, like... Oh no, red shirts die first. You're right. I'm just get me out of this Twitch chat misery. I would like to go ashore, please, and get lasered in the face. Oh, look at it. What is this, ESPN? Seriously?
All right, guys, we're gonna get started.
Hashtag Blue Bomber.
Hashtag Blue Bomber. All right, it looks like they're gonna get back going over there. So let me turn the camera back around.
Hey guys, we're getting started.
And go. All right, they're getting started, guys. Let's turn back around. There we go.
So we have emergency situation, and right after that we're going to have Destroid. Right after that is going to be Astro Clash, Cosmos Smash, and then right after that is going to be the Space Dock Florida Tetris.
Could everyone introduce themselves when they come up?
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm one of the programmers for our game, Fix That Ship.
Fix that shit.
I'm Blake Williams. I worked a little bit with the main design, did the base level format, level layout, and did a few textures.
My name is Brenda. I helped out with the 3D art and did a lot of the texture work. Which I would not have managed to finish if it weren't for Blake right there.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I worked on the HUD elements and did some programming.
I'm Clayton. I did 3D modeling, the 2D textures on the interior of the ship, the main character, and some of the props.
Hi, I'm Miguel. I did the music on the game.
I'm Kevin. I did the sound design, and I helped with music as well.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I did 3D modeling, and I will be the interpretive dancer for the team.
So Fix That Ship is a game where you move around your ship using the Kinect and repair various problems that come up around the ship. And you're 5 minutes away from landing back on Earth, and you just have to survive those 5 minutes by fixing what you can. Unfortunately, we did not get a lot of the features working as we intended. We thought working with the Kinect wouldn't be so bad, but it turns out we had a lot of trouble with it. We did learn a lot though from working with it, and
Fix that ship.
And here's Fix That Ship. Those balls are mainly for reference. They mark the player's hands and help them know where their hands are. And you can see the
So yeah, if people run in front of the Kinect, it'll do some of the motions. You guys see what I just did? We got one of the major features working. Yeah, sound. Yeah, we have sound, we promise. Lots of music.
Right, yeah, the speakers just aren't working right now. Yeah. Or the sound, I guess.
So, yeah, so if you guys, you kind of see what we have is a little matinee that floats between the 3 rooms of the capsule shuttle we have. This right here is, I can but what you see here, this is our main control room. And the idea is that things are supposed to be going wrong for the ship. So the idea is you're supposed to be having to switch between rooms, like so, and fixing the problems using various things like pushing buttons, closing doors, twisting wrenches that defy space physics, and stuff like that. So the idea is there's supposed to be things that go wrong, and as of right now, it's just a lovely tour. A lovely tour of the ship for 5 minutes approximately. And I think I've been lost.
Unfortunately, the things that are supposed to be going wrong for the ship are instead going wrong for us.
Yeah. So, yeah, it really just becomes a survival situation. And the emergency situation is that you're stuck on the ship for 5 minutes. So, yeah, it lost me just now.
Well, all right. There it is.
Woo! Our lovely sound engineers did work quite hard on the big sound, so it'd be there was a lot of pretty big tension
throughout the experience. There was a lot of music that was slowly going through. The whole idea was that we would constantly be keeping plates in the air, right? So like, okay, this is okay, and this is on a timer for the next 5 seconds. It's going to be fine. So you run to the next room, and then you got to like crank something down, and then sorry, move to the next room. So you're supposed to use your time trying to make sure, right? And then it slowly ratchets up. We had a system where it would randomly pick like problems that would go wrong, and then it would keep track of which problems were going wrong, and then if things got out of hand, then you would die. Right, and we used the audio cues. He did a lot of fantastic work on the audio to make sure that while you're in one room, you can hear the generator going choo choo choo. You're like, ah, all right, make sure to do that. Right. So, and then we spent all day yesterday getting beach balls. Yes. Right. No, because we tried to get this next functional. So this. So we want to make sure at least we have some of it. The connectors, such. And we spent the best time getting that working.
Next up is Destroids. Man over to Rupert.
How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, come on, I know you're still awake. Come on. Cheers for these teams. You did a great job. All right, so I didn't even plan on coming out here until Thursday night when I was at the planetarium seeing all these hundreds of people and everybody's being so excited. I said, oh, maybe I better get my old butt out here. So in any case, I do have a few of my people out here, but I just wanted them to do their own thing. My name is Rupert Magnot. I'm with Burnout Game Ventures, and we're a small incubator here in town with about 132 devs working for 10 startups, 12 projects, but you know, they're too busy. So in any case, met these great guys here, and unfortunately 3 of them are gone right now. But
yeah, they went home.
They went home. Yeah, they're discouraged or something. I don't know. So what we did is the original idea was called Destroy All Asteroids, which eventually became Destroids, right? Destroid, right? And so the whole idea was, well, let me introduce the team, of course. So myself, we have Sean Sheehan, hey, who did a lot of the art, and he worked on a couple other teams too. And then we had Kevin Hodges, who did our programming, but he wasn't able to make it today because he had a migraine, poor guy, plus he lives 2 hours away. And then Matt Devlin did the rest of the art, and he lives 2 hours away. And then we had Stephen Mangold, who was here all weekend and did a lot of the programming and so forth. So in any case, we didn't have a couple hundred man hours like some of the other teams here did. But I think we got in about 60 man hours of work. Maybe. So the backstory, maybe. So the backstory is these aliens want to take over the Earth, and the best way they know how to do it is to destroy our capability to fight back. And the way we can fight back is through our space program. So what we did is we said, what they did is they're flinging asteroids at the Earth, and our mission is to save Cape Canaveral, okay? So the mechanics that we wanted to employ in the game was a time delay thing where it would randomly stop or slow down the game or stop the game for a few seconds. And then during that period of time, you would use the Connect. We're doing the Connect in the Space Florida Challenge. And during that time, you would use the Connect to target the asteroids that you can see coming at you, and then use the Connect to fling fling is pretty much it, fling the missiles at the asteroids. And then we had another one, the asteroids themselves, of course, and then targeting, and then missiles. So we got pretty much everything. We had everything working, but the time delay was just a little, it was a little messed up. So in any case, so here we got the asteroids coming in, and we're flinging the missiles. Yeah, we contracted Arnold Schwarzenegger to throw the missiles for us. So here we go. Hey, get that one, look out. So here, and they don't. These are the Energizer asteroids. They just keep coming.
Get off, Cape Canaveral. We don't want you there.
So that's basically it. But we had some fun, and it was great meeting all these guys and seeing everybody here. So thank you so much. We were flinging them.
Oh, you can't see them. They're behind the pillar. Lean back over there. Lean back. Almost. I got one eye there. Roll back like another foot. This is who's responsible for the cow jokes. Oh, now he's bashful. Thanks for the host, KSP TV. We are hanging out in between games here right now, so that was a Connect-enabled missile command sort of deal where you have to fling your wacky wave. What's that guy's name? Wacky waving inflatable tube anti-missile defense or something? That's the last thing that was going on. The guy waving his hands all over the place was trying to deflect missiles. He got that much altitude while tumbling. I know. They were like tumbling. They weren't actually being launched. They were being like thrown. Anyways, guys, let's see who the next guys are here. The next presentation. Oh, this is the Astro Smash guy, so I'm out.
My name's Joel. I'm representing Team Finger Guns. And before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves real quick.
Hi, I'm Haley Landon, and I'm a programmer.
Hi, I'm Zachary Goodless. I'm the artist and one of the musicians.
I am Chris White, I'm a programmer.
Hi, I'm Doug Haley. I did art.
Hi, I'm Brandon Camacho. I did sound design and music.
I'm Max Hitzman, and I also did the art.
I'm Jacob Pelosi, and I did design and research.
So, what this game is about is, wait, what? Oh, sorry, yeah. sorry, buddy.
I'm Kyle Moran of programming.
Drew Rocker, Duty Art.
Okay. Now that we have everybody covered, all right. So what this game is about is what would be the first sport in space. So it's designed for groups of people living in zero gravity for long term. It's for really any ages. It's more to promote exercise and yeah, just to blow off steam and exercise while you're in space, because that is quite a big problem right now. And so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I'll be okay.
So we've got a little animation that'll play right now. It's supposed to be on. The sound is not going to work on this anymore.
Oh, no, never mind.
We continue to have the audio issues with the impromptu PA system that the computer's plugged into up there. It looks like the entire rest of the system died, so they're winging it. They're winging it right now, which is totally cool.
Okay, well, while this is going on, I'll talk a little bit about the game. So we're Astro Clash Cosmos Clash. It's a 4-player game. Like you said, it takes place in a zero gravity environment, low gravity environment. The objective is to get the ball into the correct goal.
Sorry.
They're lifting off from Florida, by the way. Right, so we are going for, of course, the grand prize overall, and then because we are lifting off from Florida, it's the So when I was doing some research for this title, I looked at some of the countries that are actually in space. So for our teams, we selected the countries that are on the International Space Station. So the indicator that is around each player shows what team you're on. So we have blue and red. So yeah, right now the ball is over in the lower right-hand corner. Oh, actually, it just popped up. So it'll bounce around nonstop until you actually go over and touch it. You can only actually launch the ball when you're touching a surface. You can't launch it in midair.
You big space Florida?
They're our wonderful sponsors. So one of the things that we had considered when creating this game was that physical fitness in space, I found out was kind of a tough topic to grapple with. So going off of that, the astronauts are actually doing some sort of resistance training and bouncing themselves off of a light magnetic field around the outside of this. We won't roll you down the steps at the end of this. So that's just a light way for astronauts and people that are in space to let off some steam and make sure that they're staying fit. So once you actually launch off from a surface, you're going to stay on that trajectory until somebody hits you or until you hit another surface. You'll notice sometimes somebody will bump into you and you'll kind of slowly drift away. We have a system in place that will respawn you at your point in order to kind of make the game continue. That's okay.
Next up, we have Space Dock Florida Tetris. Right after that, we have the Gallagher Island group. After that is Space Dozer, and then Broken Rover.
Okay. Hi, my name is Matthew Burris, and the first thing I like to do is thank all the other members on my team. That's right, no, I did this by myself. I do want to thank Josh and Jay and RJ for helping me out with the resources. I wouldn't have had time to do any of it. Here, see if I get the sound too. There, wait. There we go. He's responsible for the sprite graphics. Now, the whole idea was, I was sitting there with thinking about my original pitch, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that, so I came up with something completely different and did it from beginning to end. The whole idea is you have a center block that is the reactor to your spaceship, and using the basic Tetris mechanic to build a spaceship with parts coming in from all four sides. And you can see it blown up, of course. The ship that Renan got chooses is the one with all the pieces, so I'm going to kill it here and run it again, see if I get a better one to demonstrate with. There we go. And I'm going to put the mic down for a moment. And let's cause the feedback. There we go. And let's see if I actually get it to work. The premise, which I didn't have time to work on a graphical display of, is that the stocking robot has gone berserk and everything's just kind of being thrown out into the build area. And it's your job to build the spaceship without losing track of parts. The one mechanic I didn't have time for, there we go, we got to launch. And it clears, and it starts with the next one. There's the shameless pitch towards Space Florida there up at the top. Again, as I polish this up, there'll be an entrance screen that sets up a scenario where it'll actually be launching from Florida. There'll be a graphic display of the ships themselves down at the bottom. But the game itself is pretty much complete. There's a series of 10 different ships. They have anywhere from 3 to 10 different components. And the one other piece I'll have is occasionally a piece will come out. It'll be a restocking robot come to help you, and that's how you would clear screen and keep it from becoming overrun with parts. And I think I may actually be the only one who's gotten done in 4 minutes. That should be worth it.
Gallagher's Island's up next. Oh, yeah.
Hello? Alright, so we made 2 games. We did a sequel to our game that we got up on Steam right now. We decided since we're doing a Space Jam, we'd go ahead and kind of branch off what we already have a little bit of experience in. We weren't really going to come to this because we're still working on our game. It's in early access, but when we found out the sponsors, and we know that they support STEM education, my son's a self-taught programmer, and he's been at it since he was 9 years old. And he didn't have any good education to go towards. He had to Google everything himself. So when we found out that, you know, these guys support STEM education, we figured we'd come down here and try to tear it up a little bit anyway. So we made a little sequel. We put up a demo here. It's a split-screen couch competition. I'm gonna let this thing tell its story.
Yes, guys, I am live here as well. I'm being quiet so you can actually hear what they say. So, but I am sitting behind the camera for once.
Alright, so they don't know what the audio situation is here, but when you guys want to come check this out, if you want to check it out afterwards, there's full audio to this. Basically, our character here survived Galligan's Island 1 and realized that he wasn't the only survivor. So he's now training his pilots for the next war. The pictures that went by there tell the story that's got audioed out, but basically he's not teaching them in space, otherwise he'd be killing his pilots that he just met. So he's teaching them in VR. They play video games. So they're off into space, and this is a split-screen couch competition game. So it's a shoot 'em up, split screen. Oh, I hear audio. This has full music. For some reason, it's not going. So the premise here that's going to work is these power-ups are going to start to spawn, and they are reverse effect power-ups to damage the other player and slow them down from this race. And it's a terrible shame now this music's playing. Because we spent hours putting all original music into this, and sound effects and everything. All right, so he just got an inverted controls, so he's going to launch that and make this guy have to fly backwards to even fly at all. Oh man, is that our Space Jam logo? I think it is. Oh, here comes visual hindrance. Watch this one. Oh, man. Good luck with that, buddy. So now, because they're training each other and they're playing video games to do so, as a game designer, I can only do so much while I let these guys take over and start doing their programming. So I started to get a little bored, and I called up one of my other programmers and I said, listen, why don't we launch a game inside of the game and make a second game here? Because in our first game, as I said, our guy's a gamer, so that's why he's training his pilots in a video game. So what I decided is after you were done playing a bunch of video games, you would probably get hungry. So the second game we'll show, as soon as these guys do their thing here, is Space Splat Subs, and it's just a quick little, really quick little game where you would be going over to your sandwich station in your break in this game, and all the enemies from this are little insect-like bugs, and they would be trying to attack your sandwich station. So you have to use the mouse to kind of splat pop them all over the place. Literally programmed this in about 2.5 hours. Not this, but the Space Splat you'll see here in a few minutes. I'm just going to let these guys run through real fast because we absolutely did what we could to try to throw in the Florida Space Coast as well. It's a round of 5. It's whoever wins the best round of 5 here. I don't know who's going to win. Uh-oh, what are we building now? What is that logo? That looks familiar. Oh man, what is that? Is that Indienomicon? Oh man, good luck with that one. We definitely tried to, we have a huge list of power-ups that we plan to put into the full version of this game. We didn't want to do feature creep and dig ourselves a hole, so we made sure that we got ourselves playable and all the power-ups in the game work. After after the presentation, please, if there's any time left after everybody's done, come check it out, because it's great to hear with all the audio and music in here. We even have one of my hip-hop artists wrote rap songs for us, with lyrics breaking the fourth wall and everything here. So. Who's winning? Jonathan? Oh, nice. Jonathan, good deal. Always like to see you kicking a little ass. All right, so it is best of 5. Jonathan's winning right now with 2. They should probably be able to wrap this up semi-quick here. That right there is a deflect. If you're, the biggest thing that we worked on here was balance. So the way it's set is, if any one player gets way too far ahead, the player that's losing is going to get power-ups that are stronger and more important to be able to catch up. And the real purpose for that is, oh, that's a nice sword, man. Good job. The premise is I want a 30-year-old to be able to play a 5-year-old and beat the crap out of him like he should. But when he's done, the 5-year-old's not going to feel like he just got the crap beat out of him. He's going to feel like he was really, really close, and he's going to want to play again. So we absolutely went for balance. It was a big, big part of what we built here. So like, for example, that's why when the level started just a second ago for the next round, Adam, who's getting destroyed, immediately got a deflect power-up. That deflect power-up is great, because as soon as you launch that, it doesn't matter what power-up he throws at you, he's the one who gets hit with it. That power-up there is slow motion. Slow motion causes the other player to gun slow and fly slow while all the enemies still come at you. Getting a hit by any enemy slows you down. Here comes the finish line. Oh, man. Adam, you really, really got whooped. Oh, here we go, guys. This took us a little while to pull off. It's almost done. This was just our way of saying thank you to everyone. Thank you for playing Gallagher's Island. Now I do get to show. I get to show off Space Flat subs real quick. This was programmed in 2 hours, guys. So it looks like it was programmed in 2 hours. I didn't manage to get the HUD in front of the particle effects, but as I was saying, it's our gamers. You know, they're playing a little too much. They need to go take a lunch break. And there's damn bugs attacking their food. Yeah, don't worry, the audio wasn't worth it, just let it go. Click away. So there's a contamination level. As it clears, you get to keep seeing it. So there's a contamination level. Once it reaches a certain point, it's basically a high score clicker. You are not going to be able to save your food in the long run. In the full version of our game, this will be the little mini game that we launch and play inside of our game. I did not manage to get the HUD in front, but as you see, the particle effects do clear, so you can see your score again. That boss right there, that big guy, that's actually a boss battle in Gallagher's Island. The winner of best of 5 rounds has to fight a boss. Eventually. We managed to at least get him in here. It's a nice way to see these guys blown up real big size and see some of the little gross wiggle animations we got in there. And that's about it.
Hey, if you're using HDMI, we don't have audio on the projector, so you should configure your computer now to output through the headphone jack and not through the HDMI jack, okay? Okay, or you'll have to do it when you get up here, just be ready for it. Maybe spend a little time learning how to do that now. You can do it when you get up here.
Testing, testing, test. Hello. Hi, this is Team Space Dozer. I am Carl Dunca. I am the designer and scripter of this game. We made it in Unreal 4. And then over here we have artists.
I'm Tony. I did a couple textures and the earth.
Hi, Sean again. I did the main dozer, the dozer blade, and a couple of textures.
I'm Steven. I did some 3D models for some of the space junk featured in the game.
And special thanks to Christine for audio, which we didn't get integrated in the game, amongst the other stuff we didn't get integrated in the game, sorry. And thanks to the Rubber Ducky debuggers, who I chatted with in order to figure out my scripting problem. So let's go ahead and watch this guy. So Space Dozer, this is about the problems of space junk all up in space. What happens when we need to get something large and critical out there? It's gonna maybe collide with those things, perhaps? So we send out something there to sweep stuff up and hopefully not destroy anything, but the other thing's more important, so sacrifices must be made.
We're not directly after.
Oh, all right, yeah. Space Lab's old, we don't need that. Sputnik's old, we don't need that. All right. What else? Oh, UFOs, unidentified, they're off the record, we don't need that. This toothbrush, I don't know what you're doing without your helmet on now, spaces can't, whatever, okay. So you can shove things around. We got physics simulation, and then eventually it blows up. You saw there were some gold spheres. This represents the particulate and the mass that you pick up, and I unfortunately don't have the mass simulation in here. But you would get more force, and maybe perhaps be able to use that force to shove things more. You know, more mass equals more force, and maybe to throw it behind you for thrust. But then, let's just say bad things happen to this rocket. Oh no, the health is going down. What a shame. I'll save it, it's good. Oh yeah, Florida down here. Wait, I can't let this rocket get away. This is the mission. Can't let it get away because that would be bad news if something were to, oh god. There should be a game over screen, there isn't one, sorry. All right, did I miss anything? No. All right, Space Dozer, thank you very much.
Okay, next up is Broken Rover.
Broken Rover!
I meant Broken Rover! Yeah.
You hear me? There we go. Hello. We're Broken Rover. I'm Mike. That's Rob. This is Irene. Talk about what we do later. So this is a narrative game. It's a browser-based game built in Twine. So you can play it on any system that runs JavaScript, basically. And it's a mystery. And you're going to solve a mystery. So you are an administrator in a security portal for the Extraplanetary Mining Corporation. And what we do is we pull metals out of asteroids. And so there are 2 astronauts stationed on an asteroid far away. And there's a rover that moves between their 2 stations, but it's broken. And so you're going to investigate what happened. I don't know if we get sound or not. Let's check. No sound. Let's try it. Let's see. No, okay. Well, you would be hearing sound here. So our your manager from EMC is introducing you to the game and kind of explaining things. She'll ask a question in about 5 seconds of you. Hopefully.
Press yes if you can hear me. Press 1 if, well, I guess you'll have to figure that out if you can't hear what I'm saying.
Okay, so it's all audio files, video files, and text documents that you look over to find information. Has anybody played Her Story? Okay, it's similar to that. So we're going to skip the introduction here and jump straight in.
Good, then please get started. I'll check back with you in a little while to see how you're doing.
Okay, so you have three options right at the start. You have your evidence cache. When you click on that, it presents you with some stuff that the computer kind of automated and picked up for you that may be of interest, may not. And when you click on one, you get a video. These are streaming HTML5 videos. I don't know whether they'll work or not. Got back to you guys. Yeah, the internet's been kind of spotty for us. But so these stream in, and if you think this is an important piece of evidence, you can flag it and send it up to your higher-ups for them to decide what happened to the rover. And then, so you can see in the evidence you flagged here, we haven't flagged any yet. But so after you've watched something that's of interest, or you've seen a document that's of interest, so for instance, here's the first document they make available to you. It's kind of hard to see up there, but it's an email from one astronaut to another. But once you've decided whether you're interested in that, you may find some words that they spoke in the video or that are written in the email that can give you an idea of what else might be available for you to find. And you can enter that keyword to find. So for instance, since everybody's doing Florida, these are three videos that relate to Florida. Both of our astronauts come from Florida. And it's an opportunity for us to teach things about space, about asteroids, because they talk to each other about what's going on. But you solve the mystery by paying attention to what they say, digging deeper into what you find, and there are multiple solutions. So depending on what you flag, you'll get a different ending, depending upon what the evidence was. If you do really poorly, you'll get fired. If you do okay, you'll get a kind of a false ending, and if you're really good, you'll get the true ending. So we recommend that you play it. It's full. It's all up there. There's nothing left to build. There's plenty that we could do as like a stretch goal if we wanted to. But you can definitely play the game as it is. I'm the developer and the designer. Irene wrote the script, all of it in its entirety, and there's a lot. There are like 30 videos, 30 audio files, and a bunch of text files to find. There's a lot of stuff to find. And Rob was our director. He did all of the video stuff, and there's a good deal of that. So yeah, that's Broken Rover. I hope you like it.
So next up is Space Station Speed Dating, followed by Junk Space, Catch 22, and then Orbit Hopper? Probably Hopper.
Did we miss Space Station Speed Dating? I don't remember that name from yesterday. Oh man, sweet.
Hello. So, Space Station Speed Dating, that is neither geckos doing in space, nor is it Starship Trooper Drill Sergeant Simulator. I apologize. Both of those are coming. But instead I made a card game, which I made today. So basically with this is each player has a card that has different research items that their space station is wanting to research, and they have to kind of meet with the other players who have their own space stations, and without being very explicit, kind of figure out if they're a good match, if they're both interested in researching the same thing. So you have like 30 seconds to talk to them, see if you're a good match, and then move on and do it with another station. So that's kind of the game in a nutshell. I've got the cards. These are very rough prototypes, but I'll be actually making the cards and make it a print and play game. All of that will be on the itch.io, so that's the game.
I made her call them all out and say, get ready. It's Junk Space. And then if you're Catch 22, come get ready, get on deck. Okay. And then the Orbit Hopper, you should get on deck to on deck. What? Like what happened?
Hi. It's very similar to Space Junk. This is Junk Space. Our game is in the orbit of the Earth where all the junk lies, and it's in the distant future where there's even more junk than usual. So, by their own means, like we have drones that go up into space, collect junk, and then we have shuttles lifting off from the Space Center here in Florida, and the shuttles go up, you collect all the junk you can, you're kind of competing for, you know, money or whatever you want, glory, whatever it may be, and you can mess up each other, and we can support, we'll be showing off 2 players, but I think we can support 6 players if we can get enough controllers over, if they'll let us play it later. What else? Yeah, you deposit it in the shuttle. It's a race to see who can get the most junk. Yeah, Allison did most of the art and illustrations you'll see, and Gavin did our sound bites, our music, and a couple little sprites as well. And I programmed all the junk, and I designed it, and a couple back there gave me the idea because I was drawing blanks on Friday. So they're supposed to be playing the game for the 3 minutes we're up here. While I explained everything. Shadow puppets. This will be the junk. No source found. We have a banana, everyone. Number 11. Yeah, very simple controls. Steering, you can shoot the junk, you can magnetize the junk to you, and here's little ships running around, collecting old satellites and bananas and nuts and bolts and refrigerators. And there's planet Earth. You can actually, it's mostly just Florida Earth if you look at the planet. It's mostly just the state of Florida is the only body mass there. It's go to the right, or spread out so it zooms out. Oh, what they're doing right now is fighting over who gets close to the shuttle to deposit. Boop. There you go. Where's the sound? Oh man. Anyway, zoom out, go to the edges of the map. There's another shuttle. There's Florida. This is the Space Center. There's the Ferris wheel. Oh. That's in Florida somewhere. There's little sharks too, you can see them. There's a TV that's on for somehow. No signal, but it's on. It's got power. Yeah, there's one down there. They fly out from the center and then they just like go off into space. I don't know what they do with the junk. You see the score up there, 5-10. They're waiting for the bay doors to open. It's hovering around it. Who's gonna get bored? There's a sound effect, so you know. Can you guys zoom in on the mug? What does the mug say again? What is the mug? Number 1, spaceman. But yeah, that's a little arcade game. Thank you. But yeah, the launch definitely comes out of Florida. Since the whole planet is Florida. It's just the angle. Yeah. 30 seconds to go. got like 3 boots. He's got this.
Is that all magnetized?
Yeah. Yeah, you can scrape it off the other player. Of course, you have like energy bar, so you can't just magnetize everything constantly. There's a shuttle. See if you had the sound cues, yeah, that were played too. Woo!
They've apparently canceled the shuttle program, it looks like. No more shuttles to pick up junk.
Catch 22. Orbit hopper, then orbital snap. Then astro grab. Yeah, astro grab.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? So, do you guys like Smash Bros by any chance? Any of you guys play it? Yeah! Cool. Alright. So, I was actually really interested in the mechanics of Smash Bros and how much depth it has, even though, like, on a face value it doesn't have much stuff. So, for the 48-hour game jam, I had to keep it very simple, but yet keep it mechanically kind of pure. So, the game I designed was called Catch 22. And it's based off the idea of 2 astronauts going onto an asteroid to mine platinum minerals for money. So they have to fight each other for the limited resources on that asteroid. So Jay, maybe you watch that. So this is a 2-player game, and it has that competitive feel to it. So I'm gonna explain like a little bit of the mechanics too first. And the music was actually made by Kristen right there. Everything else I pretty much took care of: programming, art, animation, all that stuff.
3, 2, 1, go!
So the objective is to get these minerals, right? But there's a finite number of them. So a player is always in a constant win or lose situation. But the thing is, the more the player has, the slower they move because it's heavier. So you end up having to fight each other in that kind of way. But you also can't, like, for that instance, like, you see how I'm a bit slower? But the thing is, you can't go straight up hard, like, at each other, because then you put yourself at disadvantage because you're always at a gamble. Because whoever's faster is going to get the minerals, like, right now. So since I got there first. So, that's why it's called Catch 22, because even though you have all the minerals and you're winning, you're still at a disadvantage because you're slower and you're more susceptible to being attacked. So that's just the basic premise of it. I mean, yeah, mechanically it's very simple. There's a timer, and then that dictates the winner new state. And then you have the winner and losers. So very simple, but I feel that's depth. And that'll be all.
All right, so next up is Catch 22. So orbit hopper, then orbital snap, then astro grabba, then manifest space. So up now is orbit hopper. Very good.
Yeah, just making some little
We're gonna have to move to the next game while we fix the internet, which is Orbital Snap. I know everyone in Orbital Snap was already up here, ready to go, because they were next, right? Yes. And Astro Grabba should be getting ready now. We're on Orbital Snap right now.
Hi, I'm Christine. Our leader is missing. Or there he is. Get your butt over here. I guess I'll introduce myself. I did music and sound and also did 3D assets and arts.
Hey, I'm Michael. I did a lot of the sort of 3D assets as well as I think almost all the textures and helped out a little with the programming.
My name is Samuel, and I did the UI and the image gallery programming. And then Dan Brown hooking everything up, he did the programming for all the orbital mechanics and zooming in and taking the pictures. So our game is, the premise of our game is you are a satellite orbiting around Earth, and you have to zoom in on like landmarks and take pictures of them, and then you can review them afterwards.
We did the pyramids in Egypt and then the Pantheon over in the, where is that from? In Rome. And then we did, of course, Florida with the VAB building and then the Mayan pyramids, because that happened this week. We talked about that.
Oh, here we are. You're online. Zoom in and see. Oh, look at that. There's Florida. Take a picture. So we took 3 pictures, as you can see by the 9 out of 12 on the top right.
If you change your orbit, then it uses fuel. So the game ends whenever you take all 12 pictures or you use up fuel. You can take pictures of random things, but we were going to do a point system, didn't get that in, that's okay. It would score you based on the landmarks. Don't worry about stuff.
No, I think sound's important. I spent the whole time here making noises and
In the event you do not get to hear our sound, we would implore you to go download. There we go.
yeah, we went for a cartoony thing just because our satellite, but we could totally use real imagery. We actually had a different Earth mesh that was much more. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures we took. Pops up, shows us.
Yeah, we ran out of fuel before you finished.
Can you look into like people's houses?
Actually, there was only 4 houses on Earth right now.
And that's orbital snap.
Thank you very much. We're on Astro Grabba, then Manifest Space, then Asteroid Avoidance.
Good, very late afternoon, everybody. It's really good to still see everybody here. We do not have a team name, so for right now we're going with everybody here needs a lot more Red Bull. First note, I would just like to say that this game is very fun, it's very cool looking, but it's also miles away from what we expected to come up with. Our lead designer was this game called Asteroids and another game called Lunar Lander, I think. Everybody ought to know the 2 little black and white games, all based off of just using your thrusters in your rotation to move yourself around the universe. My name is Jonathan Roth. I'm stealing the name of lead video game designer. Oh, sorry, of course. Like I said, I'm stealing the name of lead game designer. We have basically our art team and our programming team. This here is Matt Prosch, who is basically our key to success. This is the video game Astro Grab, not Astro Grappa. That was a mistype. Over there is Kaleem Ali, and he walked into here not knowing anything about C# or Unity and became a very great asset in our programming team. Is now an expert, has gone through a lot. Esteban Sanchez is one of our 2 main art designers, and he worked on basically every other asset that was not the main character or menu items. He especially did the logo, which we're super proud of. And this here is Ragat Patel, who did our character design. This is the beginning of the game. So, go ahead and start playing it. The entire idea is that you are this little space miner, and you're supposed to be going around, leaving Earth's orbit, blasting off from Kennedy Space Center, and the goal is to use your mini-map that is down in the bottom left corner, that is not inspired by Dragon Ball's Navigator, to not only go visit these beautiful looking planets, but also to go find the asteroids that are marked out by the little red dots that are floating around. And the goal at the moment is, the story behind this game is that it's many, many, many years in the future where we have really run out of all of our resources because everybody forgot how important space is to actually surviving, or to exploring and hopefully one day getting resources from asteroids back to Earth. So essentially there's a resource crisis that can be solved by finding fuel and materials, or as we call it right now, I believe it's Substance X or something like that. And the goal is to land on these asteroids, which as you can see is a little tricky. The mechanic right now is that you have to match up with their speed. And the original idea was that you would have to very slowly land on a nice, easy to land on part that wasn't too rocky. And not just hit the Y button like we have implemented right now, but that'll do. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we have a resource counter that is supposed to be your symbol for gathering resources. You bring them back to Earth very, very goofily. And ultimately, we hoped that once you got to the pause menu, and once you got back to Earth, as you can see, you return some resources because Earth needs resources. That's why we're out there solving the crisis. Oh yes, of course he always has $1 on him because he should never be a vagabond. Yes, so the upgrade system is when you launch off, that's when he upgraded, that's what our look is. He gets bigger, which would mean more inventory. He has a better fuel system, which would mean he would be allowed to go farther. And I forgot the other thing that I'm missing. Oh, he would have a drill that would make it so he could get more resources from these asteroids. At the moment, it's very sad that we only have one resource. Because the ultimate goal is, what can we get from space? We can get metals, we can get fuel, and a couple other things that I talked to some very nice NASA people about. If this is our very simple menu, just to show it works. The pausing the character does not work, however. That's if you could go back to that little screen, that's just the gist of what we would have. You would have the different, anywho, each one of those upgrades would cost different resources that you have to collect from the Earth. The different asteroids, each asteroid will have different values, and essentially what we were thinking of when we started making this game is that people really have forgotten how important space is to life here on Earth. So far, it's provided us with a lot of technology, and we really like the concept that there's so many resources out there, as has been talked about in Thursday's talks on space mining and asteroid mining, that could really provide us a lot of good. So, once again, we are miles away from where we would really like to be, but we really love our idea, and we will be continuing to work on it. And there's probably some programming things I missed, because there's some fun that goes on here.
How do we do? Just showing off some of the art assets we have. You guys did a great job.
Astro Grab.
Cheers, have a good.
Thank you, Astro Grabba. I'm just kidding.
We like it.
It really says Grabba on this paper here. Sorry.
We did that in a panic because we thought there was like 2 minutes left for us to drop off the thing, and we had accidentally put one in beforehand, but we couldn't get back to that to upload our file. So.
Well, next year you can make Astro Grab B.
Yeah. Astro Grab 1.
All right, so manifest space.
Hi guys, so our team name is Manifest Space, also the game name. I'm Manuel, and I pretty much worked on the game design, the programming, and the sound and music.
I worked on some of the 2D assets in the game, and I also worked on some scripts inside the game.
Hi, I'm Peter. I did most of the programming.
All right, guys. So looks like. Do you think we're gonna get sound?
Probably not.
Well, so the objective of the game basically is to colonize space and conquer as many planets as you can within your solar system. And this was sort of an inspiration for me, you know, just to, and from the name you can see like we're destined to, you know, to move humanity towards other planets. It's kind of like a casual game. Sort of like an Angry Birds mixed with strategy. We're actually showing you how many humans you have in a specific planet, and when you send a shuttle over, you'll send 5 of them. I guess you could talk in hundreds or thousands, whatever unit you want to call that. So you start out with 50, and you have to make sure that when you launch from the Kennedy Space Center, you're lined up with the next planet over, and you're also not hitting any debris around. So we got sound. So right now you have 2 planets and you have 55 people. Whenever you conquer a new planet, you actually gain 5 more people. So if people are celebrating, they make more babies in the next planet over. So there you go. Now we got 3 planets. We got 60 people in population. So pretty much you just keep doing this until you spread throughout the cosmos and so we lost 5 people, but oh well, we got plenty back on Earth still. So after you launch, if you run out of people on a planet, you have to bring some more from Earth, so you can't just keep launching in an unlimited amount. So right now we got 45 here, send them to, that's the Milk Planet. Once in a while there's supposed to be a bigger asteroid coming from another part of the universe, and you can switch to a missile mode and shoot it down. Like you see that warning right there. If you click it, it'll show you where it is. Right now it's not anywhere near your planet, so you're okay. But in the case that it's close to one of yours, you can shoot it down with your missiles from the space station. Some other mechanics that we wanted to implement, but we didn't have time. Well, we talked about doing a multiplayer experience where each person starts in a planet on the opposite side of the solar system, and you try to conquer as many as you can. and take the other person's planets away as well. There's a lot of bugs in here, like for example, the numbers are spinning with the planet. We didn't have enough time to sort that out to just sort of keep it steady while the planet rotates. It does look cool, I guess. What else? We also talked about adding the ability to mine resources, and as you get resources, you're able to upgrade your technology. So one gameplay mechanic was the ability to put portals where you could drive your ships through. So if there's an asteroid belt, you can put them on either side, and then your spaceship will get to the other side. And I think that's basically it. I don't have anything I remember now that I can add, but the goal here is 10 planets. I think he's about to get it. Hopefully. Everything is randomly generated, so every time you play, the solar system is different, and also every planet has a different amount of debris and space junk around it. 2 more, let's do it. All right. Yeah, there we go. Not bad, not bad.
All right, we're on asteroid avoidance, and then impact dual rift. After that, we'll have an announcement. Bum bum bum. Asteroid avoidance. Are you guys here? Oh, you coming? Oh yeah. So we do want to know if there's a game out there that we haven't shown. Oh, there is one. You're right. And then you guys have a game that we haven't. What's it called?
Bring your computer.
Yeah, that's the last one. Impact Dual. I called it already, but it's last right now. Right. No, so you're going right after these guys. Right now is asteroid avoidance, then impact dual rift, right? Then, is there anybody else who hasn't shown their game? There is one. Okay, so that'll be the last one. Okay, right? Nobody else has a game? You have like 1 second to let me know. Okay, you're not going to show your game if you haven't. All right. But you two are up, like right after these guys. Right after them, you're up. Okay.
So asteroid avoidance, I made to spite Steve Emberton because he was making a board game also. That's a joke. That's a quip. So the point of the game. Oh, what'd you do? Okay, cool. So the point of the game is the players are these little ships, and you all start at the Earth, and you would roll, and then you would go down the board and flip this over, and that's the amount of damage you would take. Or there are pieces that let you redirect damage at another player. And so the point is to get the furthest and stay alive. So anytime it's your turn, you have the option to land or roll again. And if you roll again, you have to take that damage. So this is a landed ship, and these are active ships. And if you die, then you're out. So like if this guy died, then he would win. The damage gets more and more as you go along. So it's like zeros and ones, 1, 2 in the blue section, 0 through 3, and then 0 through 4. So you're basically gonna die if you hit the orange. And it's basically just knowing when to stop. It reminds me kind of a Zombie Dice and Deep Sea Adventure combined. Okay, that's it. I made it in like 30 minutes.
And the rules fit on a note card.
Impact Dual Rift. Yay! Audio works perfectly because
Yeah, apparently we've got oh no, Orbit Hopper's up now. You know why it worked? Because I turned back around and started paying attention. As long as I was not looking, they were like trying to get the computer working. And as soon as I turned around to pay attention and do like a little explanation of what was going on, it started to work. So maybe I should turn around and start to explain things more often because then they would work. That's probably not true. So what? I don't understand what the deal with that is. Anyways, we're still here. We're at the Indie Galactic Space Jam. We're coming down to like final games. They're presenting their games live. They're up there. They've got their laptops plugged into the projector and they're throwing up on the screen here. It was kind of a field expedient setup, so the presenter's spot is not exactly in the ideal place for us from where we were all spot up, and we can't really move our gear around that easily. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with us and watching some of the games coming up. I know that some of them are like kind of hard for me to capture on the projector, like future sort of thing. Maybe we can get a feed from the actual computer or something. But for this, we're just capturing them off the projector up here. And again, this is like a local live event, right? There are like people here watching this, and I better go. But again, thanks for watching. This is going to be Orbit Hopper. I'll put a link in chat if you want to download it.
Hopper, it's about essentially getting little power-ups around the planet, going from smaller circles to bigger circles and down. And I have 2 circles, and it's kind of in an auto-wind state with it perfect circular velocity and 2 circles that end up being created. So it's collecting these little circles, and you can't quite see, but there's a green line describing the horizontal and a red one describing the vertical velocity. I can use the arrow keys and change how the little craft accelerates, and I can land. The frame is different than this, so I copied it over into a different resolution. That's why it looks weird. But yeah, that's it. And it was partly inspired by Callie over there, the NASA volunteer today, and a whole bunch of other people gave me some fun ideas of little features to implement. So thanks to all of you and the art assets, sound, and images. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, Impact Dual Rift. The final team. And then we have some announcements.
They're becoming more proficient at how to get the computer working with the audio setup up there. It took like a few iterations of people using it, but they're definitely becoming more proficient. And I'm not going to read any audiobooks, just so you know. Like, that's not something I'm ever going to do. So maybe. Well, actually, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Alright guys, we are Impact Dual Rift, and our game is a co-op tandem experience. That's 2 players playing at the same time, controlling the same spaceship. Let's break down everybody playing right now, and our people who worked on this.
Mike, I did some programming.
Adriana, I did a lot of 3D art.
Chris, I did some programming and project management.
Chris, I did some programming and project management also.
Alex, and I did 2D graphics. And
I'm Michael. I did some of the stuff with the procedurally generated asteroid field in the fog cloud, which I'm not quite sure is still in the game because I kind of was working on my own at the very end, so yeah.
And we have Josh, who's not here up front right now. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and play the game now for you guys. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so player 1 controls the up and down movement, and player 2 controls the left and right roll on here.
Okay, that's nuts. One player per axis.
Split the control of a single ship between two people to see how well they work with each other to navigate an obstacle course of sorts. We basically had a whole bunch of objects created by our artists in the form of asteroid fields, an asteroid field, and the spaceship. The hard part is getting it to speed up, I guess, to make the game a little bit more difficult. We were going to have, in future iterations of the game, we're actually going to incorporate 4-player, so it becomes an actual race, a little bit like Mario Kart. You can race each other and see who gets to the finish line first. There is no finish line at the moment except the edge of the universe, which you can actually reach and pass. Oh yeah, just have to make it a little more dramatic there. One of the challenges that we have right now is basically tailoring the generation of the asteroids to make it more difficult. But that's actually what the speed increase over time will compensate for. The game does actually become a lot more difficult in about 2 minutes. So we have 4, so it's going to take about half the time to get to maximum difficulty level. Thank you all for looking at our game.
All right, so that was the last game, and now we'll give you guys a second to get out of here, and we'll have a word from our sponsors.
You guys rock. Seriously, you should give a hand for yourselves, everybody. Now, to entice you to keep your butts in seats and stick around, we're going to tell you the secrets of the prizes. And it's not so secret. The Space Florida is giving $5,000 to the first place team that wins tonight, which I think hopefully you guys will use in a good way.
That's cool.
The come on up, Tammy. The joint prize from We Are Go and the Space Florida Tourist Development Council is also a really good prize. And let's do the first half.
Okay, so for 5 members of the team, and if there's 1 or 2 more, we might better work something out. You get, each member gets a weekend overnight stay at the Best Western Cocoa Beach, Friday, Saturday nights, for all 5. And the other part of the package is 5 day passes to Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex that includes a KSA up-close tour and lunch with an astronaut.
Now, don't get too excited. He doesn't take you anywhere. However, to make it a little bit better so that you can go somewhere, We Are Go is giving $1,500 in addition to that prize. So it's those tours plus $1,500. So it's really tough to be able to make these decisions. So we're going to disappear and try and do that right now, and we'll be back. Now, I just want to also remind you, some of the games are so good, of course there can only be one winner because of the way it works. However, we really do want to work with some of you guys to take some of these games places. So we're also going to call out some additional teams as well who may not have won to kind of get some contact numbers and to figure out, what can we do and what are you guys interested in doing with the game and where to take it. So there's, I don't know if that's a great consolation prize, but I think you guys did an awesome job considering it was all done in 48 hours, fueled by pizza and barbecue. So awesome, great job. We love you, Kunal.
Thank you, Bobby. Well, thank you to all of you. They're going to disappear and deliberate and do that for a while. And also for Microsoft, for the Kinect Challenge, the team is going to win 5 Xbox One Kinects as well. So that's also going to be deliberated and announced afterwards. And so in the meanwhile, while they're also planning, the winners, we're going to help clean up here in the Melrose Center. We're going to put it back into a pristine condition. So while they're deliberating, let's clean this place up. They're going to come out and they're going to announce the prizes. And after that, we're going to take a group photo in the back where those Indie Galactic Space Jam posters are. So 10 minutes to clean up, and then we hear the winners. And then group picture.
I almost tripped over your power.
All right, if anybody got what was going on there. There we go. Now y'all can hear me instead of the background noise. If anybody got what was going on there, they're going to start like straightening stuff up. And all the representatives from the sponsors have gone over to the other room to talk about the games that came out, and they're going to come up with the stuff. There's like a $5,000 prize. Jeez, I was like, oh, I thought they were going to get like a T-shirt or something, and then the guy's like $5,000. And then somebody else is like adding on another. What was it? It was Space Florida was doing 5,000. Was that Space Florida? Right? No one gives me any information. And then the other guys were adding in 1,500. I'll get the details on that and figure out exactly what it was. But that was serious. Then the other prize was like a stay somewhere. I'm looking at Lightning Avenger. Like he was taking notes. I'm not sure why he wasn't taking notes. Like asking what the deal is. But yeah. Oh, it's not his job apparently. What is your job? It's just to sit. He's holding down a chair for me. Anyways, so that's where we're hanging out. It's probably going to be like 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes or something like that. I will probably just play some music and stuff like that, and I will start straightening up my own sort of area here because we're going to be out of here as soon as it's done. But for now, I think I'm just going to, instead of streaming people actually cleaning up, which you can see tons of people like cleaning up, I guess, behind me, I'll go over to the loading screen and we'll put the be right back sort of thing. It'll be probably about 10 minutes, I would guess. And we'll just play some Popski jams and wait for them to announce the winners. So I'll be back. We will stream the announcement of the winners, and we're going to throw everything in the box and run out of the library before all the exhibits come to life or whatever. That's a different movie, I think. Yeah, that's, never mind. That's... By the way, guys, the music I've been playing is the new Popski release. If anybody was curious about that, I think we have a command for it in chat. But if you're not recognizing some of the tunes that I'm playing during the away breaks and that sort of stuff, it's new Popski stuff. So somebody get a link in chat over there for the Popski. I appreciate it. Mutter, I don't think Mutter's around, but Mutter sent me a copy so we could play it during the stream. So thanks again to Mutter and Popski. But that's the new music that's playing, just so everybody knows.